All right. So today is 2nd of September. I forgot to record a video on the Friday. So this is how my week was last week. So that was starting on the week of August 24th, I think, or 25th. Anyway, so last week I was fully at a conference. So almost all week, actually, yeah, all week. So I traveled on the Saturday and reached Barcelona on Sunday. So the conference started from Sunday with tutorials and workshops, and it went on until Thursday. So yeah, I reached there on Sunday, and I had lived in Barcelona like long ago, 2011, 12, so almost for 2 years. And so still have some friends there. So I met up with some friends on Sunday, and yeah, I went to a small, very popular tourist destination, but a small town on the beach. It's called Sitges. It's a very popular town. It's around 50 kilometers from Barcelona. So yeah, we drove there on Sunday. Spent the whole day walking around. It was a beautiful day, and then I came back and then had lunch with someone else, a friend of mine from Finland, and then yeah, on Monday I attended the conference. It was all tutorials and workshops. So at one point in my career, like I don't know, maybe 6, 7 years ago, I was really hoping to get a paper into KDD and attending KDD and being in that community and things like that. But now, okay, we had a paper at KDD. So, okay, by the way, yeah, we have a paper at KDD. Okay, I'll talk about that in a second. But it was, yeah, I mean, most of the tutorials were like just over my head. Workshops, similar workshops are usually, lower quality. I mean, it's much more niche, and like the presentations there may not always be good. Like some of the invited talks and stuff like that might be good, but yeah, so that was not so great. And most of the things were like again like super methodological. KDD is also obviously a victim of, I don't know if I should call a victim, but um, uh, it's um, uh, it's full of LLM stuff. Like so now KDD is just LLM papers one after the other. Maybe I don't know 50-60% of KDD is still uh, LLM stuff. Like obviously graph neural networks are a thing now. But many others like LLMs for like what transformers for time series, transformers for financial markets, all of that kind of stuff. Like very uh, like too much of LLM stuff. Anyway, so actually, yeah, I don't remember what I attended on Monday, but so there was a opening ceremony in the evening at 6 p.m. And okay, it was good. Like, so the organizers were some people that I knew from back in the Yahoo days. So it was really good seeing them. And then, yeah, I had my poster. So again, so okay, this is where maybe I should talk about my paper. The paper was about um, it was in the applied data science track. Again, for some context, the applied data science track is as hard as the main track, the research track to get into. But at some point, KDD decided that there were too many industry papers that were being submitted, and they may not have like the level of sophistication or technical contribution novelty as the regular papers. But they are deploying these sorts of very large systems in real world. That is really interesting. So what they did is they split it up into two tracks. So they said, okay, there's a applied data science track and a main track. And so, and over the years, I mean, maybe it's been 10-15 years now since the applied data science track started. Over the years, they started also uh, accepting more and more um, papers which are from academics. So, maybe even it started even for like 5 years or so into the ATS track. It was only industry papers, which are like deployed systems, and it was explicitly mentioned in the call. But over the years they changed, and now they're also accepting large scale data science projects, which make a methodological contribution either in terms of deployment or in terms of application. So it's applied data science, right? So anyway, so we had a paper there which is about large scale processing of YouTube data using some open source models. So I had another video on that. Like, so just check out my channel if you want to know more about that paper. So the my poster was on that day, and I again I was too jet lagged. I was really sleepy by 6 p.m. already, but or throughout the day actually 6 p.m. is probably a good time. It was morning in Eastern time. But anyway, so I forgot to put up my poster, so I run back to my hotel and got the poster, put it up. Oh, but surprisingly, I mean, obviously, these things are much harder to do it yourself, but easier to complain. The poster setup was really, really crowded. So it was like, if you couldn't stand next to each other and present, because if one, so it was like, I don't know, things like these sorts of boards where, they're next to each other. And so if you were presenting, the next person could not stand there even. And the poster next to me got the best paper award in the applied data science track. It was a very interesting paper, had some NASA authors on applying some sort of machine learning models like for the Mars rover data. Very interesting. So anyway, so I had zero chance of standing there and presenting, but also what it is that crowd is so uninterested in this type of applied work where, okay, we're not making any methodological contributions. There's very little interest in our paper, which again, like, is something that we should have foreseen, but it's a big conference, a great conference, so I'm happy. But okay, just reaffirm my belief that, okay, KDD is not my community. KDD is not a venue that I should be going. Um, so anyway, so that was the post session, not really a lot of interest. Then okay, that day was done. And Tuesday was the main conference beginning. There were some very interesting keynotes, and the keynote was by Tanya. The first keynote was by Tanya Budget-Wolf from, I think, Ohio State, and she was like amazing on, like, biological applications of data science at very large scale. So they're doing some extremely interesting work on very fundamental models for wildlife using some sort of images, and applying that in collaboration with a lot of like these very large libraries of and data banks from biorepositories and things like that. Like, so yeah, this is really interesting. I think one of the pinnacle successes of true data science contribution, not my type of work where as the methods are very preliminary, but hers is like methodologically very competent, but also having some sort of real world impact. So it's really interesting. Um, and then the second day was a talk by Sanjeev Arora from Princeton, which was about yeah, large language models, obviously, and they were trying to show some sort of proof of large language models not being stochastic parrots. And I mean, I in general respect that type of work. Their work is a very well known renowned author. So I liked his work. I liked the way I mean, they simplified it a lot, but it was really good. And the third talk was by some person from Harvard. I don't know. Again, it was around bio. But I mean, I got the overall gist, but it was really hard to understand like all the details. So yeah, this was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. My talk was on Wednesday, and the talk was fully attended. I mean, the room was full, maybe, I don't know, 30 people or so, which is surprising. I mean, because there are like, I don't know, 20 parallel tracks going on in KDD. But I think, again, like, people come for the session, which had, I don't know, it's a very broad session. KDD is very hard to put together. So there were like things like on community detection, there was things like on misinformation and art paper. So I don't think people were in general engaged or interested. There maybe are like one or two people who are interested. Um, so yeah, so that was that. And then So originally I had kept the Friday for going to Madrid. There's a very fast train from Barcelona to Madrid. You used to take an overnight bus or train, but now it's a 4 hour journey. But unfortunately, that person was no longer available. So that's one shot might go out there. So he'll be in New York. I'm meeting him tomorrow. So I didn't meet him there. So I had the Friday off. So I just went for a hike around like one of the popular mountains near Barcelona. So it's around 1 hour from Barcelona by train. And it was really good. Like I had gone there like maybe 10, 14 years ago or so with some of my friends from Barcelona. It was a very good memory lane, and I hiked up to the top. It was a 5 kilometer hike, but I think there was like 1,000 meter elevation or something. It was really good. Like it was very stressful on my legs for someone like me, but it's good. It's really relaxing, really time to reflect, be in the nature, be alone. Like it's a Friday, so there was no one else on the trail, and I was at parts of the bit worried that there might be a bear or something on the track. I've been seeing a lot of YouTube videos these days on bears on hiking trails and things like that. Anyway, so yeah, I did that on Friday, and then I returned on Saturday. So yeah, so that was my week. So I did like exactly zero work. It was all fun, like and going to the conference, talking to people. Um, it was great. Like, again, that's where I started my career. Like, so I finished my PhD and first went to Barcelona. I had like a love-hate relationship with Barcelona, but now, you go back. I'm at a different stage in life, so you meet some of those people that I had worked back then. It's a different feeling. So, Aris, Chato, Bonky, Alex James, things like that, people like that. Like I used to work with Ricardo. It's a good feeling. So yeah, it was quite good. And yeah, so I have a packed week again next week. Classes are starting, and I'm also have to travel for an NSF PI meeting. So hopefully I'll get a chance to record the next video on Friday as usual when I'm in Pittsburgh. But let's see. But yeah, I think that's it. So I'll keep it short, and maybe I'll record one more video on like the origins of that KDD paper. Just a short video again. Like, I think I want to do those sorts of things. So let's see. Yeah, thanks. Bye.